Good morning, everyone. I'm just looking at these option quotes and wondering, this could be right? I guess it is. It is what it is. You're welcome to double check to make sure that what I'm seeing is correct. I'm looking at SPX quotes, and with the market not having moved barely at all, the spreads between I'm going to put them up, Dan. The spreads between the strikes that we look at as extremes are like, wow, from yesterday. I guess something to do with the anticipated volatility on Fed Day. Dan could expand on that a little when he talks, but I guess option quotes like that, whatever. But you remember yesterday, over the last couple of days, um, I've mentioned that it's just too tight. Neither strike got touched yesterday, but look at the difference. I mean, they were tight, and now they're like up above the high and down below 6,000. And if you look at the options expiring the end of the week, there's a huge open interest in 6,000 for the puts and calls. And so that's, like a battle line, so to speak, between bearish and bullish sentiment. So it would definitely be a sticking point plus a whole number. And so things are, we'll look at everything else, but essentially unchanged here. So, the strikes being so far away I'm thinking is only an anticipation of volatility because of the Fed. So we'll see. And just looking at these, I'm thinking that either one is a no-brainer. You never know what might happen. Like a negative surprise, of course, there's what I think last I saw a 98% chance that they're going to cut a quarter of a point. So if they surprised everyone and didn't do anything, 98% of the opinion would be like, what? So that could certainly, you would imagine, send things lower. But we'll see. Right now, last I looked for SPY, it was just, they were selling off a little bit, but not a big deal. They were higher. So let's just take a look at that. You can see the way they're pulling back, dropping a little, not little, quite rapidly on a 5-minute time frame, but still within the range. You can see the 65-minute. You can see my cursor is, of course, on the daily, which is essentially unchanged, but it was higher. Let me just scroll this over a little bit. Yeah. So it was above yesterday's high. And now, would have been, if it opened there, there'd have been a gap. So now coming into yesterday's close, and again, look at the cursor on the 65-minute there. But over the last, week or so, it's just been ping pong. That's usually, what I refer to as when you get a trading range and things are just pretty consistent. And this is quite consistent, front of the table or back of the table, wherever you see it, the other end, and ping pong, bing, 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 pretty consistent there. And now, where does that leave us in that? Is it going to go up and make new all-time highs today? It's a possibility, but this rate cut is so anticipated by 98% of the people. And the way the markets work, they anticipate moves. And so this whole year has been nauseating about rate cuts. You remember the beginning of the year, we're going to get 6 rate cuts. And it was like, oh, maybe there'll be 4, 3. Then there was conversation, oh, there'll be no rate cuts. Then rate cuts came. And so, it's been that kind of year of indecision and spurts and moves and gyrations, and periods of unsettledness and then taking off again. Anyway, so here we have this move up, and you got in a momentum move. You've got a time correction, which most times you would say, well, correction through time, that's bullish, and it should break out, to new highs. In this case, new all-time highs. It might happen, just based on the chart. It's just sideways there, and they come out, they do that rate cut, and I don't know, maybe window dressing, it goes up some more. We'll see what happens. Or it's like, okay, the news is out. We got our rate cuts. They're not going to do anything anymore. What else are we going to, base our bullish sentiment on? And where's the liquidity? And it breaks down under the lows and, probably just flip flops around until the end of the year. We'll see. Anyway, we've got a trading range and it's inside the trading range. Marking time. We wait and see what it does. Qs have been the story of late with the Magnificent Seven and Select Semiconductors, AVGO, MRVL, and a few. And you've got others going completely in the other direction. AMD as of late, and so on, and the well-known names. So the Qs here, we've got this little bit of a range expansion bar, and it's been going up, up, up. And we know that historically, when prices have been moving up for a while and you get a range expansion bar, it results in slowing momentum. In this case, logically would be a pullback. Yesterday was an inside day. Not really a textbook breakout bar failure pattern to happen but the bars are not even. But look, things don't always set up perfectly, so to speak. So, you got to be flexible. It's close enough for government work, which we all know is very sloppy. So we got a few consolidation days. It gaps up and it goes. We got an inside day, and if it breaks this bar's low, usually the inside bar's low, starts a move down. A break below the wide range bar, clearly you've got traders that are caught surprised because inside bar, it should break out and go higher. Maybe it does, Fed day, blah, blah, blah. No point in repeating, but there'll be some gyrations here this morning, and then everybody will hunker down and wait to hear what the announcement is, quarter point, and then what he says at 2:30. So where is it now? Basically unchanged within the range. Nothing going on. All right. We all have heard, we've talked about the fact that things are going down historically. What is the Dow now? Down 9 days in a row or 10 days, whatever it is here. 50 MA, major support, bottoming tail bar. This should make a turn. Right? And we'll look at the futures, but this is in an area where, look, how many days in a row? Now, at this point, my thought is this should provide us an opportunity in the next week or so for this to make some kind of a move up, right? Some rotation, which we talked about, the value stocks. It started to happen and then it failed. So does this turn into an inside day? Do we get some kind of a reversal day here? And then maybe a little bounce. And, typically we would start, we look at the stocks within the Dow, look for put spreads. And then once we get a confirmed reversal day or some kind of bottoming pattern on the 65, whatever, we'll look for some directional trades in Dow stocks. And of course we could trade DIA or the leveraged, diamonds. But this is in an area where, geez, this many days down, which I think I read yesterday that this is the first time since correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody else read it. Yes, Robert, 1978. That's amazing, right? Now, 1978, I didn't know the difference between a stock and a mutual fund. If there were mutual funds, I didn't even open up. You know what? Look, I go back a long ways. When I was like 16 years old, I used to like to watch Wall Street Week after playing basketball, on a Friday night until whatever time. So I've always somewhat been interested, but I didn't know what any of this stuff was. But Anyway, um, you know, this is a pretty big move to the downside. And, I can remember over the years some, you know, theories about if the Dow or the S&P went down X days in a row, it was preceded by a bear market. Somebody might want to Google that and see if there's anything about that. There's always these ideas. It doesn't mean that's what's going to happen in the future, but this is down enough days. It's in support. I look to the left. There should be some buyers here to make a turn, a little common sense just based on how things work. Dow futures, you know, wide range bar, same idea. Down a whole bunch of days in a row, coming to support, wide range bar, inside bar. If we get an inside bar today, buy it over the high of that inside bar. See how much it bounces. We don't have any setup yet. This is still in a downtrend, but notice, okay, so here's a wide range bar. Look at the acceleration. So look at how this goes down here. Down, bounce down, down, down. This is the biggest move to the downside. And so that's why we look at a wide range bar ending, because things become somewhat climactic where things are moving down in a controlled manner. You can see it in this time frame, and then it accelerates, some capitulation. Excuse me. So again, we'll see if it makes a turn. I think we looked at this already. Futures. Well, no, we didn't. This breaking below the low. Still got some support there. We'll see what it does. S&Ps, just within the range, some ping pong. See if buyers want to step up there at the other end of the table. But a little sell off going on here, pre-market. Russell, down on support, showing a little relative strength here. So anticipation of making the turn on the 50 MA and price support. So we'll keep an eye on that. YV. Right. We looked at this the other day, value, and this actually started to make a turn and then failed. So it's down on support. Buyers should start to step up here. So even if you want to buy something down here as a starter position, and you put a stop down below here, just, little common sense. Don't go all in, and this should start to bottom here. You'll have to be a little patient, of course. Looking at subjective things like moving averages, that 20 MA is equal to the 100. So on a daily chart, some people look at a 100 MA. I'm just looking at the 20 on the weekly, so I know it's in the same area. So it's below that, but big deal. Look, it's just subjective. It's in an area of support here. So buyers should start to put their toes in the water here, right? So maybe Fed day, blah, 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 it whips around and, we'll see it. Some defensive stocks are in here, and XLP, right? Consumer staples. This is, had this very nice move. It's nasty, whippy coming down here, but should start to make a turn. I'm almost done, Dan. SMHs right, look like they're going to go higher. It gaps down. Now what's it doing? It's gapping up. It's just whippy. There's uncertainty here. Look at the weekly chart. But we got to keep an eye on this. At some point, it's going to break one way or another. NVIDIA, which we looked at the other day, rolling over, no doubt of that. Broke down below these pivots. It's closed under the 50. It's on the 100, the 20 MA there. And maybe it bounces a little bit. You can see it's gapping up a little bit. So there's definitely something that we will be talking more about in the new year and keeping an eye on to see if, which was one of the biggest performers this year, now begins to continues to be sold. So XRT, I'm just looking here, home builders getting killed. So, and I wrote in the letter a week or so ago, well, 2 weeks ago, was like, these home builders are pulling back, and interest rates at the time were moving down. It's like, what's up with that? And so, in 2020 hindsight was like, okay, interest rates, and we saw what happened was, they were coming down here, and all of a sudden they ripped back up again. So, a lot of moving parts, as there always is. Some things that kind of get out of sync, into market analysis things, because this certainly looked like it was going to go lower. It springs back up. It's in a trading range. You can see on the monthly time frame. So we have many things to, as we will, continue to monitor and look at these intermarket relationships as we get into the new year and where we go from here. Bitcoin, amazing after doing nothing for the whole year and then exploding. So is it a little ahead of itself? I guess so, but it's not given up anything yet. And so there you have it. All right, MT Live today. Make sure I'll drop the link to join us. And it will be on social medias. We always stream it. All yours, man.
Yeah, good timely MT Live today. You're in window dressing, new setups, beating down things, catch-up trades. Do you want to continue to buy the strong or buy something with a better reward to risk? So yesterday I said ideally, well, I can do it this way better. Ideally, we would just keep sputtering down, and then on the Fed announcement, maybe he gives some hawkish comments, and then it escalates down, and then we'd be looking to buy that Climo. So I was thinking today the gap up was messing up that scenario. And either scenario is going to play out, but I think we'll have some nice setups here soon. Yeah, my alarm went off on SPY V. I'm watching that. Myrna alarm, we bought puts yesterday. It's gapping down. So have a profit at the open. NVIDIA, Greg showed you, we had a nice call spread that we covered in the weakness yesterday. It's gapping up here. I think some news of selling Microsoft more chips than competitors. So here we can watch semis for any setups. That's it on my alarms. And we still have a number of call spreads we're managing. Goldman, JP Morgan, TTD I posted as a long. I like this. Well, Sammy Boy gave this to us yesterday. I like Roku. All time frames, daily, weekly, monthly, are all in alignment. It's moved a lot, so the difficult part is your stop. So I put it under this inside bar over here, which is up to 50. So that's good to go. And let's look at earnings now and then our watch list. 245 bearish gap up to a prior low. I'll put that in the window. HEI. I didn't do any earnings trades yesterday. WOR. That's a pro gap. Greg, your mic.
It's supposed to be ratified in a board meeting.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to turn his mic off. All right, so this is a pro gap. Declining 2050. the gap breakout. It's just excessive. It's how the heck are you going to get on board? But I'll put that over here. Table. It's not a pro gap because it's not igniting a new move, but it's an extremely bullish igniting
They
gap.
have to answer.
Hey, Greg, your mic. Problem is the gap's too big. What, capping up $17? What do you want me to do with that? Just bearish gap. Nothing to do. Burke bullet. This could be a short-term excessive gap. I will put this in a window. And then check, see if we can do a 2 DTE call spread, TTC. Nasty gap. I have no idea what it will do, but I'll put it in a window and watch. ABM. Bearish gap, call spread if there's any juice. OGI, bottoming pattern, gapping up. You know, it's junk. It's a junky bottoming pattern. This pulling in junk. All right, those are all the earnings. I gave you TTD, Clorox. Looks like a continuation breakdown. It's gapping up 28 cents, which is good. So let me set an alarm of 163.35. And Nick Snow, this is another Sammy boy. Trade, this looks great as a start, day or swing trade. Start off day trade. Nick Snow, I'm gonna set an alarm 35.35. That was courtesy of Sammy Boy. On 5, we have an alarm. It's in the area where it should turn for a buy setup. Now see this I'm assuming was earnings. Now that is a gap and crap candidate. So I would have been all over this setup for selling out of the money call spreads. But now it's burned off steam. So now I got my alarm at 107, I think. Look at LPLA I've been watching. It's extended, but look how strong this is. My up alarm went off, but I don't see any prints. Let's put it here. I got Roku in the other computer. Dow. This thing's just beating the smithereens. I don't know when it'll turn. Axta, it took out 2 pivots, so it's not in an uptrend anymore, but look, it's right in an area where it should turn. So let's show it gapping down 30 cents. I'm gonna set an alarm at 36.60. Right, that was earnings. MA is a sloppy buy setup. But look, rising 20, 50, bullish weekly, monthly. That's worth watching. Volt, I set an alarm. This would be a great 1, 2, 3 or a call spread. Triple D, look at this thing. Look at weekly, monthly. This thing's gotten obliterated. But look at this 1, 2, 3 on the weekly. And it's not a quality buy setup because it's up so much, but it is a buy setup. And it's a pullback as of now, holding the upper 50% of the WRB. So that's worth watching. Raul. Hey Raul, we got into the one you gave us yesterday, the CMPT, something like that. something like that. I could look it up. That's doing well. Yeah, Pump. Yeah, perfect. You are our resident buy setup scanner. Yeah, Pump looks great, but see it's gapping over the increase. So we got to watch pullback now. And I will put this in a window. I'm find the one you gave us yesterday. It starts with a C. Here it is, CNDT. I was off by one letter. Look, that's the one you gave us yesterday, and we bought it based on you. Bought yesterday's time. Bullish weekly, monthly. Looks great. Where did I leave off? There, triple D, TD. We're already in. Sell setup, bearish weekly. We're in management mode. Myrna, we talked about. We have long puts. Here's a buy setup. Look at American Airlines. I'm assuming that was earnings. The buy setup, getting extended, but it's worth watching. The video we talked about. MU. Yeah, MU's bullish. It's just getting close to this resistance, but I like it as a put spread idea. PCG, I read in the journal, Biden's giving them $15 billion. Biden has a contest with himself to see how much money he can give away and F up Trump. Climate control junk. Look at this igniting bar on the ARQQ. And this is a very, very sloppy bull rectangle, because usually rectangles they consolidate in a much more controlled manner. This was wide and whippy chaos, but closing breakout. Look at the monthly. Whatever the heck this is, used to be $1,000. Man, this would have been a home run entry right there. Can't say I would have still be in it. Good topping, Climo topping tail, but wow. Perzo, a little bit of the same. Look at this volume. That is igniting volume, but it's another sloppy. This is a sloppy bull rectangle. Well, now it's gapping up. But the gap's too big for me, so I'm not going to watch that one. Tesla, we have a call spread. I'm sorry, naked calls. We shorted the 570 calls. When you get a gap and crap from an upgrade, in my experience, that is so close to a top. Clorox down alarm, Sammy boy, that's you. Topping tail up alarm. Okay, we're short this and trail mode. Let's move stop 5-minute high. I had this, we're out of half, I think, and I moved the stop over this, so we still have a profit. Workday, alarm went off, but we have a put spread, nothing to do. It was an early alarm. Let me reset it. IWM continuing to come in here. eBay up alarm. Oh, nice. We're not in this, but I put it on my list with the gap up yesterday. That's a nice pattern, actually. Daily, weekly, monthly. It's right at this high. This could be a good 30-minute high trade. All right, look at this word. Gap's too big. This LPLA I talked about. Oh, that one's not extending. I mean, not extended on the daily relative to the 20 MA. So that's still worth watching. LPLA or is too extended, but it's an igniting gap. So let's put eBay here in the bottom right. That looks great. Let me check. Oh. put spreads too. I would sell the 63s. Q's gunning for the lows here and taking out yesterday's low. So I immediately look up. The Microsoft is the worst. Microsoft already gunned for the low. The others are kind of just hanging there, but all right, 63. There's no premium for Friday. Wow, the spreads on eBay 18 cents by 118. Absolutely ridiculous. That's just retarded on a liquid stock like this. Docs up alarm. But the see eBay looks good. I'm not sure how aggressive they're being. But yeah, if it closes strong, I like it. Yeah, yeah, that looks good. It's a PLC, so that's a ADR. Um, and I like that it just got rejected after making the new high. So this would be a fantastic 30-minute high. So yeah, I like that. Um, I'll let's buy a 30-minute high. Stop weeks low. And TTC. Wow, TTC, HEI. Oh, our Myrna is doing well. Let me check the put. Let me check our open profit. Delta 20 Pelletier. Yeah, not bad. I personally would wait till after the Fed, but yeah, it's consolidation and an uptrend. All right, let me check this Myrna. Myrna, we're long the 43.5 puts for next week. 40, man, the spreads got ridiculous on this. What the F? Okay, there, bid just rose. All right, so let's Myrna. We bought it for 3.25. And right now they're like $4. Yeah, I saw that gapping up this morning. Nice. Myrna, smooth stuff. 42.12. Bravo Juliet alarm. I hope it's not a stop out alarm. I hope it's an up alarm. Joe asking about NUE. Yeah, it was on my list yesterday as a Climo. Has to get over yesterday's high to have any confidence in a turn unless you're just day trading. Yeah, Alex, I posted Dogo, don't you? Um, I'll go ahead and give it half over the day's high, but I said 30-minute high. Use weakness today for a change. Yes, you know, things are picking up weak. Now let me check our open profit on Tesla now. Oh no, we have the 560s, not the 570s. $0.29. So we made 2/3 of max value. Let's move to this pre-market high just to take the money. 473.32. Stop, up alarm. Intuit alarm. CHPT might be a home run entry. All right, Intuit is stopping out. We have half lot. CSX. Let's say Bravo Juliet. All right, that's stopping out. Bravo Juliet. It was 96.48. SPX alarm. Yep, another breakout. UAL up alarm. Wow, that thing's been strong. All right, it has not hit the stop yet. We got 20 cents to go, but it looks horrible. IPH in total hope mode right now. UAL, we have call spread and short stop 101, 104.
All the airlines are strong. Look at LUV.
Yeah, I have yeah, look at AAL also. UAL stopping at 38. All right, so we're out of UAL. We're out of Intuit, but we only had half left of Intuit. UAL. Yeah, well, yeah, well, looks great. In fact, I had that as a put spread, which actually my alarm went off like 5 minutes ago. I just didn't get to it yet. Um, it, it was up in the morning, Greg. I mean, it's neutral. What do you want to do with it?
Just saw it as being an option trade. It doesn't look like it's going to move much. It looks like it could move down. I mean,
All right, well, you decide. It's one of those that, we have the discussion. It hasn't failed on the daily.
weekly's extended. Just, Qs are extended.
All right, Dava half lot. All right, let's see. My stop is 87.83, which is huge. It's under here. So let's, for now, move it here. 89.51, which is another dollar lower. Yeah, it's bottoming pattern. Steven, let's see how it closes. Yeah, daily, weekly or bottoming. All right, so this eBay, we're getting a controlled 5 minute here. It puts again for next week. Nope, no juice. So Dava half lot trigger. Actually, the entire lot's okay. Trigger. BTD is failing. The NDT up alarm, right? That was Raul trade yesterday. I'll move the stop. Yeah. Daily, weekly, monthly. Yeah, I think I looked. Yeah, A. Yeah, wow, Ace is stronger. Wow, all-time highs. Yeah, they both look good. Wow. 62. ETC is too wild. AGI, nothing. There, evacs ripped up nice. AP, doing a little better. We're still in this by a few pennies, but it looks horrible. PD, we have break even stuff. EP, hey, a 5 minute high held. Crowd level 164. So it's an early alarm. We got 365, 360. Huh. All right, crowd is against us, but that's an early stop. LZ, mm, not a core to us. It would just be, just like diamonds by others just trading a bounce. Oh, that one did stop out. Worked at a profit. I don't know if that was a profit or not, but I'll close it out at break even. As I said, the hater of DLR. Uh, Tesla up alarm, so let's go ahead and take the money. 460s. 560s. 50 cents. All right, so we're at a Tesla nice gain. Morgan's still weak. Oh, Dava low alarm. Shoot. JP Morgan 245. Who's now 238? Ah, this stuff got into the close yesterday. I missed that. Profit.